who normally met in Makueni twice, not Makueni, Emali, on 2 occasions. And they set price for exporters. And when the exporters came, they could not match, they could not buy by that price. They could not take by that price. And it's alleged that they were chased away. And they went to buy in other places, leaving the entire produce from Makueni to be taken by Kalamba. What can you say about that?
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. I've also made aware of these allegations that off-takers were chased from Makueni. I would wish to confirm that from where the department sits, we have not chased off-takers from Makueni, and we have ensured that we link our farmers to as many off-takers as possible. I want to refer you to the document, the response number 6. Response number 6, so that I can paint the picture of what the department has done. What the department has done throughout the year to ensure that page 6 of the response document, the first page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Page 6 on question number 6. So this is for me to highlight to the members, first, what the department has done with the farmers to ensure that our farmers are okay, and the linkages that we have had between the farmers to the exporters, between the farmers to the agents. But again, I have had that allegation. So on number 6, my response is yes. If the department offered sensitization forums to mango farmers on mango production and marketing in the financial year 2025-2026, the response is yes. The department offered sensitization forums for mango farmers on mango production and marketing in the financial year 2025-2026, with the aim of preparing farmers early for both local and export markets for the season. Strong emphasis was placed on good agricultural practices to improve productivity, because again, we don't want our farmers to produce, but produce poor quality mangoes that cannot go to the export market. This was in collaboration with CAFIS, TMA, HCD, agrochemical company, and industry players. In this meeting, we even bring banks so that the farmers can actually be able to know who the financial institutions are. And we also had cooperatives and exporters, as mentioned there. We have an Annex 6A that will show a report of these meetings happening across board. So further, the department, with support from TMA, CAFIS, and HCD, continued to maintain and monitor the established areas of low pest prevalence. I know you understand the issues with the fruit fly that affects our mangoes. So this intervention was critical for reducing pest pressure, especially the mango fruit fly, meeting international export standards, and minimizing farm losses. And because of this partnership, members, a total of 22,000 pheromone traps and tags were distributed to over 10,000 farmers. 10,071 farmers across the mango growing zones were sensitized and trained as per the attached reports in 6B. If you go to 6B, you'll be able to see the different meetings that happened across that time. Mheshimiwa, on the 99%, I want to bring you to question number 3.
And Waziri, as you proceed, all what you've enumerated on that issue is not answering my query. Because this sensitization is to farmers, and we want the market. And if anything, I can say that sensitization was skewed they was telling the farmers, msinunuliwe maembe na brokers. From the hearsay. Msinunuliwe maembe na brokers, tutawanunulia.
Yes, and we will set the prices.
Yes.
Okay, Mheshimiwa, just move to number 7 next to that, on the market linkage. The question is that if the department linked mango farmers with markets to reduce post-harvest losses. I think it is important for us to understand that the county does not set prices, but we facilitate our farmers so that they are enlightened. And in that case, during the season, the department, in partnership with TMA, linked mango farmers with markets. And this was done through forums we call business to business, B2Bs. And in these business to business forums, we invited 3 lead farmers from each and every ward. So we had 90 farmers, and we had the first meeting with the 3 lead mango farmers representatives and market agents. These are the agents that we call brokers. So the farmers sit with the market agents, and we facilitate a conversation. The second one was between the 90 farmers, 3 per ward, exporters, with the exporters in that meeting, with the processors in that meeting, and with the agents in that meeting. So these forums were held between 19th and 21st November 2025. The key outputs of the meetings were an agreed minimum price. They all agreed because they are farmers, exporters, agents, and processors in one room. Minimum price per piece of good quality mango at 10 shillings a piece, which was to be reviewed as the season progressed. Because again, as the season progressed, you have more mangoes in the market. And then one of the discussions was recognition of agents as critical pillars in the mango value chain, in aggregation, quality checks, and documentation. Number 3, clear understanding that mango aggregation is complex, multi-layered, and required better coordination and mapping. And a strong recommendation for improved farmer, agent, payment systems, including at least 50% payment before harvesting and full payment. This was a meeting where all farmers from the 30, the mango growing wards were represented. Commitment to strengthen farmer organizations, including mobilizing farmer groups.
I tend to think that Waziri is using a lot of work to explain a very simple question. We want to know, last season, that is that year but one, we purchased mangoes. And there was an aggregation center opposite the police and somewhere else. Why did we deviate from that procedure?
Because Waziri, what we're talking about, we all know that last year we had mangoes that went to Oman. We had a Pakistan company that was buying a lot of mangoes. But when you've used a very good word, recognition of agents. Can I tell you today, those agents you recognize are the ones who became cartels.
Yes.
And that's where the problem is.
What happened that we did not follow the procedure we used last season?
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa, but we did not deviate from the procedure we used last year. And that can be highlighted on question 3, because that is where I was bringing the conversation to show that the same procedure, including the water pack house, it was opened, including the water pack house was opened. If you can go to question number 3.
When? But was it when? It was opened after the outcry.
No, it was opened. That facility has been open since December. Actually, November.
Is the water park house the one opposite the police station?
Yes.
Waziri, through the chair, Waziri, we normally pass there.
Every day.
In fact, that aggregation center was opened after the outcry.
Yes.
When our farmers had already complained. One, I would like also to know, because this allegation is the one which is making our farmers furious. When you engaged these exporters, and also the so-called agents, stock brokers. Maybe we need to know, were there new instructions which were issued from your office regarding the process of the exporters buying mangoes from our farmers? Because the allegations are these farmers were scared or they shied away from buying mangoes from our farmers because of instructions which came from your office directing that they have to buy mangoes through these agents or brokers or cooperatives. Maybe you can answer that.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. I will respond to that, but first I want to confirm that the water pack house has been open. And I will highlight, it can be open, but there is no board, isn't it? The door can be open, but there is no off-taker. But I can confirm in December, we had an exporter that took 2 containers from the water pack house. I can confirm that because it is a fact. Number 2, the pack house in Kibwezi. In Kibwezi, and this is to answer to the question that the department did not deviate from the previous year's procedures. We off-took mangoes from Kibwezi through the same way. And in fact, the HCD pack house in Kibwezi is under renovation. But the department went out to look for a partner so that we can get support to have a makeshift pack house in Kibwezi. And we ended up having partnering with Kenha, and we took some of their godown, and we took mangoes worth 160 million, 0.5 from the Kibwezi pack house. Further to that, we ensured that this pack house is open through and through. In fact, we have paid for more months so that in the event that we had an exporter that wanted to export from here, we have facilitated. And again, if I say I want to take you to number 3, I want to highlight how the department, through the different channels, we have been able to offtake mangoes from farmers. To date, as at today, worth 485 million Kenya shillings. It is data that we have, it is data that we can provide, and it is data that we can even show that from the different engagements and the different processors, exporters, and agents, even our sales point, it is data that we monitor on a daily basis. How much mangoes are passing through our sales point. Again, market is not perfect, isn't it? So we are also answering to what is the imperfection that hit our market that ensured that last year offtake was different from this year's offtake. And if you go on Monday, I was at HCD headquarters in Nairobi to benchmark on their pack house, because there are plans by the government to have a pack house, a state-of-the-art pack house in Wote. And this being the institution, the regulator, they were very clear to say the previous market, previous season was better. This season market has been flooded, number 1. Number 2, the quality of our mangoes. In fact, being the institution, they confirmed that some of the mangoes that came from Kenya, because at that level it's a Kenyan mango, not a Makueni mango, were returned. And the quality issues have also affected the offtake of mangoes this year. So again, the market is not a mirror of the other year and this year. So some of those issues are the issues that have made it seem like we did not offtake mangoes. But again, to confirm, Mheshimiwa, I can prove without reasonable doubt that through the different offtakers in Makueni, we have offtaken mangoes as at this morning worth 485 million Kenya shillings. That is money that has been paid to the mango farmer.
Waziri, to clear on what Mheshimiwa had asked, we have 100% of production of mangoes across the county. We have 1% of that being taken by Kalamba. Mheshimiwa was concerned about the 99%.